Well, good morning, y'all. Finally getting to do an update from Montana. Finally a day off. Man, I'm tired. It's grueling out here, guys, but it's awesome. The tour's going incredible. The crowds are increasing. The show's getting tighter. More and more people hanging out for meet and greets and conversations about how to get involved. So it's great, and we're learning a lot out here. I mean, some of these people have never done a tour. I was never a touring guy. I only did a couple short stretches, but this is new battleground. This is a war, and we're learning a lot. And one of those things we're learning is we can't just sprint from one battle to the next, from one city to the next without rest, because then we can't give our best to you guys, and that takes away from the whole point of this. So finally got a break. Check out this amazing cabin behind me here. Whoa, sorry about that. In Montana, see if I can bring it down to see the shirt, the Montana way. And on the back it says blaze your own trail, which is a good message. So speaking of not sprinting, one of the cool things of the day off is finally getting a chance to hang with some of the people from the tour. So Jeff and Anthony and I got this cabin yesterday, and they went sprinting off this morning. They're like, let's get to Yellowstone. I'm like, that's cool. It's amazing. I've been there. I'll be there again later today, but I am not running out the door first thing this morning, especially from this place. I mean, are you kidding me? This is America, kids. This is the beauty. And also, look at all that open space. I don't think overpopulation is a problem. I think we just need to depopulate the very elite, the 1% of the 1%. Depopulate that and everything gets better real quick. So yeah, like I said, it's been grueling, but there's a lot of amazing things that happen. And one of the things I've said to Scott and Lee, I haven't had as much time with Sasha because he's really busy trying to get in as much as he can and get his filming and editing done as well. And obviously, it's got to be super stressful for him. I know it is because I see it, but being so far away from home, having knuckleheads coming after you while you're trying to do some good work for some good people, it's tough. But, again, this is a war. Anyway, I said to Scott and Lee, and I've said to some crowds too as I'm emceeing, that that this is new ground, as I said earlier, and that the fact that this tour, after what these guys have been through, is rolling down the road at all is a miracle. And it really is, to pull this off so fast and pull it together. And like I said, now we're doing like 600-800 people a night. We can't even keep the Patriot Street Fighter merch in stock. But it's incredible. So we're learning a lot. And what I wanted to say about it being a miracle is that I can prove it because I see it out here every day. So let me tell you a couple quick stories about that. We were in Boise the other night, and it was a windy day and a hot day, 100 degrees in Boise. It's been like 100 everywhere we go. You think they don't have weather machines? This is not normal. Nice here today in Montana, mid-80s. But so it was a windy day, and we were going to be at this church. It was supposed to be outside, but it was really hot, and there were some high wind advisories. So they made the very smart decision that we are all very grateful for, to move it inside for the night. And we had a great event there. But the high winds did come through, and as Scott was on stage, everybody's phones started going off. for emergency alert. And we're all looking at each other like, is this the EBS? But it was an emergency alert for a dust storm that blew through. And from where I was sitting on the stage, I could see out the door and see the wind. And, you know, it looked like it was building up to a tornado. Luckily, it never got that bad. But the power went out. But we just kept rolling. We kept the show going. They got power back on. The sound guy sorted everything out. Young kid who did an amazing job. And, you know, think about that just little miracle there, that we were all inside and safe instead of outside during this crazy storm that really could have, definitely would have affected the show, but I think it would have affected a lot of people safety-wise. So there's things like that. At the end of the show, I'm exhausted. I was bringing the merch back to the bus, and I hit a curb and dumped out this one container that had all the small stuff, the patches, the stickers. By the way, go to patriotstreetfighter.com for some of that amazing merch. And we got some new stuff coming to Sturgis this week that's going to be epic. And Ron's working on new stuff every day. Anyway, I dumped this thing, and instead, you know, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I don't want to deal with that right now. But for some reason, I had the clarity to just go, okay, well, that stinks. I wonder what's going to happen next. Because I am a man of faith, and I walk in faith and not by sight, and I don't have an ego about this stuff, which is why I'm able to just stay in the moment and go, okay, I don't really want this lesson now or whatever, but let's do it. And of course, the most amazing thing happened. This woman stopped and said, hey, do you need help? You know, the volunteers, especially from Connecting Consciousness, who's been with us for all the recent shows, Simon Park's group helping us out, but then just random people showing up for the show or volunteering to help. The amount of help that we've been offered is incredible, and one of the only ways that this thing actually does keep rolling down the road. So anyway, this woman offers to help, and I say, sure. So we start talking, and she says, you know, I really appreciate you guys coming here tonight and doing all this. You know, I feel called by God to do the same thing, to come out and join the tour and help. What do I do? And I was like, well, show up in Sturgis and offer to help. I don't know what to tell you what to do. You'll figure it out. I didn't know what it was going to look like when I got out here, if I would be involved in the tour at all or just doing my own thing. I just showed up, and amazing things have happened since then. And that's the same for everybody. So sometimes that's really getting in the fight, just showing up. So that was really cool. And she said that she had a friend with an RV and that they might be coming out and meeting us on tour. That was the second woman that night. I met another woman from the Connecting Consciousness group who just retired and sold all their stuff, got an RV, and was like, I feel called to come out and help. What do I do? I said, bring your RV to Sturgis and we'll figure it out. And that's it, right? It's just that, really that simple. You just got to show up. But the biggest miracle, and to me, again, this is to me all proof that this is divine. This is a divine tour and a divine mission to save this country and save humanity. And, you know, we're just a small part of it. There's lots of people all over the world doing this, but we all got to play our part. But the biggest miracle that night was OBrien was on stage singing a song that she sings every night. I won't give it away on the video in case you're going to come see one of the shows, because it is a little special and it's a surprise. Anyway, and also not the point of the story. She's singing this amazing song that's very emotional, one that I've cried listening to many times in my life, and I'm sure many of you have too. And I'm watching this woman sit in the front row sobbing. And so I'm just watching her and smiling because I can sort of see the healing that's going on with her through the music, through being around people, her brothers and sisters, all of it. All the things that we've been missing, right? Or some of the main things that we've been missing. And so Lori finished, and I said a few words, and then I looked at that woman and said, did you like that? You know, she started crying. She started saying stuff about, that's my song. And I said, well, all right, well, come up here. And I just brought her up on stage. And of course, the first thing I did was just give her a huge hug, let her know I see her. And then I handed her the microphone, and she told a story similar to Lori's, that she was a singer. She stopped singing for many years and just couldn't do it anymore. And when she heard the music, it was so emotional for her, because she realized that she's been holding her gift back, not from herself, but from us. And that is a painful realization, and also a beautiful one, because in that moment is when you get past that and you go, okay, I'm going to share my gift with the world again. So you guys, we need music. We need singers. We need people bringing their gifts to this battle, whether it's a healing gift or a battling gift or whatever kind of gift you have. I talk about this when the days I get to MC. Sometimes I sell merch, sometimes I do Scott's laundry, because as I said, I have no ego. It's all about the mission. I forgot what I was saying there. Anyway, I'll just keep moving on. Like I said, I'm tired. And I do want to get on the road and try and go meet those guys up in, or down in Yellowstone. I look forward to. Oh, that's another quick story I want to tell about the Miracles on Tour. Yesterday, we're just leaving Coeur d'Alene. We were actually in Spokane. I don't know how you say it. And we were just like, all right, let's get to Montana. We're going to go to a ranch in Wyoming and Jeff's family's in a day or two. Those guys wanted to go to Yellowstone. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll look on Airbnb and I'll book us something. I thought, man, wouldn't it be cool to have a cabin in the middle of nowhere in Montana for a night? And hang out with these guys that we work together, busting our butts every day, but we never get to hang out because we're always working. So I found this place, as I showed you before, and it was just really incredible, because it's literally what I envisioned. And any of you who followed me for a while know my book, know my movement, is that visualization's an important thing. It's a chapter in my book. And, what we're usually doing is unconsciously manifesting chaos because of what we're visioning, of what we're scared might happen, instead of doing that in the affirmative of what I want to see happen. And I just wanted to be in a cabin and chill for a night in the middle of Montana, where it's nice and quiet. And then we just miraculously found this place. I didn't even have time to look into it, look at it. I was just like, it's a cabin, it's in Montana, we'll see what happens. And then as we're all driving in, we're like, wow, this is in the middle of nowhere. Those guys are in another car. But I was like, yeah, isn't it awesome? And there's some photos on Instagram, Facebook, and my Telegram that you can see. But again, it was just like, I didn't even really have time to think about it, visualize it, but I've been practicing that for so long that the visualization came through in that one brief moment where I was like, that's what I want to do tonight. And then we got here, and those guys were laughing, and so was I, because I had the biggest grin on my face for hours of just like, I can't believe this is what I wanted, and it's exactly what I got. And I think the lesson there for all of us is that we need to practice that, especially because of this war that we're in. We need to visualize the country and the world that we want to see. And it will be so. That will be done. But we have to see it. We have to want it. We have to visualize it. We have to manifest it. Not as our own personal selfish gods, manifesting it in concert with the Creator. That, hey, this is in honor of you and all of us and everything that is. This is what we would like to see. This is how we want to live. That's really important. It's a really important step. You can't just be constantly thinking about how you don't want it. You've got to start from where we are, not where we wish we were. So we've got to start from here and build the world that we want, not from how we wish it was now and then build the world we want. So off for a couple more days. I'm going to try and make some videos and some more updates, but Sturgis at Buffalo Chip Resort in Sturgis, July 2nd through the 4th. The Arise Freedom Tour will be there. Lee will be there. Sasha will be there. Scott McKay, Patriot Street Fighter, will be there. And I don't even really know the schedule yet. I just know there's going to be a lot of events. I know some of them we've heard online that some of them are paid and put on by the resort, and then we're just kind of guests at their event. I know that there's going to be a free event somewhere at some point, and I just don't have the information on that. And then we'll be around town too. I'll be selling merchandise with Jeff and whoever, and we'll be popping up all over the place. So keep an eye out for us there. Get there. It's going to be amazing. Some people were saying that Trump was going to be at Mount Rushmore on July 3rd, but clearly that's not the case. He's going to be in Sarasota, Florida. My family was actually going to come out to Sturgis and visit, and then they heard that Trump was going to be right down the street, and they're like, yeah, sorry, not coming. And I was so busy, I was trying to tell them, don't come, do that. I wouldn't fly across the country if that was going to be in my backyard. You got to be there. Sometimes we got to divide and conquer and hit all the different rallies we can to be around people that are getting excited about the changes that are going to come, because the best is yet to come. There is no question. The question is how long, how painful, and how are we going to get there, when we're going to get there. So it's coming. That's the update for now. That was a pretty long one, but like I said, there'll be more coming. Now I'm going to go get packed up and head off to Yellowstone. God bless you all. I hope you're taking care of yourselves and having some moments of rest and peace like this. This is a war, and we must rest in between battles, and we can't just battle all the time, or we'll be exhausted and compromised so that the enemy might be able to get to some of us. Let's not do that, because we got to win this war. We're going to win this war. We all know that. But let's make it as painless as possible as we do, and as effective as possible. All right, coming to you soon again with an update. Love you all. God bless. I will be enjoying the lovely sights of Montana.